So with small town America, you tend to get overlooked. I mean, like we're here in LA.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal city. We love it.
The world of hometown has always seemed picture perfect, but Ben Napier has just confirmed the rumors about Erin Napier that fans have been talking about. From talk of family struggles to questions about their future, the truth is finally out. But what really happens behind closed doors? Join us as we uncover the details and why it's not good. A journey of love that births hometown.
To us, that's the flavor of America, is these small towns. And
I mean, why are people obsessed with all those Christmas movies, right?
When Hometown first premiered on HGTV in early 2016, few could have imagined the impact it would have. Within just a short time, the show grew into one of the most beloved programs on the network. Viewers tuned in not only for the beautiful home renovations, but also for the warmth, humor, and genuine spirit that radiated from its hosts, Ben and Erin Napier. Over 9 successful seasons and more than 100 episodes, Hometown has maintained its charm and continues to rank among the top 5 cable premieres, with some episodes drawing over 1 million viewers. Now, as Season 10 prepares to air in late 2025, the excitement remains as strong as ever. This success has done more than boost television ratings. The once quiet southern town of Laurel, Mississippi has become a thriving destination for fans of the show. Visitors now arrive in large numbers, hoping to catch a glimpse of the renovated homes, shop at local businesses, and soak up the community spirit that Ben and Erin have worked so hard to protect. What started as a dream between 2 young college sweethearts has now blossomed into something far greater, a journey of love, perseverance, and transformation. The story of Hometown is inseparable from the story of Ben and Erin Napier themselves. Their relationship began in 2004 at Jones County Junior College in Mississippi. Both were still very young, and at first what connected them was simple friendship. But soon their bond deepened into something more, and it was clear to everyone around them that this was not just a fleeting romance. Erin was drawn to Ben's kindness and steady nature, while Ben admired Erin's creativity, determination, and gentle heart. From their earliest days together, they encouraged each other's dreams and found joy in supporting one another through both triumphs and challenges. Their relationship grew quickly, and by November 2008, they were married in a celebration that reflected not only their love for each other, but also their shared vision for the future. Choosing to remain in Laurel was a deliberate decision. While many young couples at the time dreamed of moving to bigger cities with more opportunities, Ben and Erin felt that their purpose was to stay close to their roots. They wanted to help preserve the culture and beauty of small-town Mississippi, proving that life in such a place could be rich, vibrant, and filled with opportunity. Ben Napier was born on September 24, 1983 in Collins, Mississippi. He grew up in a family where ministry and service were central values. Because of his father's work, the family moved often, and young Ben learned to adapt quickly to new places. Eventually, they settled in Laurel, the town that would later become the center of his adult life and career. After finishing high school, Ben attended Jones County Junior College, where fate brought him together with Erin. He later went on to the University of Mississippi, where he earned a degree in history. His love for community and leadership shone through even in those days, as he tried his hand at politics by running for Laurel City Council in 2013. Although that path did not become his career, it reflected his passion for strengthening the town he called home. Ben also nurtured a love for craftsmanship. He founded Scotsman Company, a woodworking shop where he poured his energy into creating pieces that combined practicality with artistry. In those early years, the shop mostly served local customers, and business was modest. Yet this period laid the groundwork for the creative projects and larger opportunities that would follow. While Ben was building Scotsman Company, Erin was also developing her own creative path. With a strong eye for design and a deep love for art, she began sharing her projects and personal life online. Her work caught the attention of Southern Weddings, a well-known publication that featured her in an article. This exposure gave Erin the chance to connect with a wider audience, and soon her Instagram became a place where thousands admired her creativity and personal style. This growing attention turned into an unexpected opportunity. In 2015, HGTV reached out to the couple with an invitation to shoot a pilot for a new show. Though neither Ben nor Erin had planned to become television personalities, they accepted the challenge. What followed would change not only their lives, but also the entire community of Laurel. When Home Town premiered in 2016, viewers immediately noticed something different about the show. Unlike other renovation programs, which often focused heavily on drama or design trends, Home Town carried a spirit of warmth, humor, and authenticity. Ben and Erin were not just renovating houses, they were helping families create homes and, in the process, uplifting an entire community. Each episode combined Ben's craftsmanship and Erin's design skills with their shared mission to highlight the beauty of Laurel. Viewers were inspired by the way they worked together, always encouraging one another and celebrating small victories along the way. Their partnership was more than professional. It was deeply personal, and that energy shone through the screen. The impact was immediate. Home Town quickly became one of HGTV's biggest hits, and with its success came new opportunities. Laurel began to thrive in ways no one had expected. Small businesses flourished, tourism grew, and a new pride spread among residents who saw their hometown being celebrated nationwide. As the popularity of Home Town grew, so did its reach. Spin-offs like Home Town Takeover and Home Town Kickstart extended the mission beyond Laurel, inspiring the revitalization of other small towns across America. The message was simple yet powerful. Communities, no matter how small, could be reborn with care, creativity, and collaboration. In 2024, the show's influence reached even further, earning a nomination at the Canadian Cinema Editors Awards for Outstanding Reality Programming. For a series that began with a simple pilot, this recognition highlighted just how far Ben and Erin's journey had come. At the same time, they launched businesses like Laurel Mercantile and the Scent Library, offering products that celebrated craftsmanship and tradition while also creating sustainable jobs for local workers. Each venture reflected their philosophy of honoring the past while building a brighter future. Behind all the success, Ben and Erin have never lost sight of what matters most: their family. Their two daughters, Helen and May, are the heart of their home, bringing joy and grounding them amid busy schedules. While the children occasionally appear on screen, the couple is careful to protect their privacy, ensuring they grow up in a safe and balanced environment. Life as reality television stars is demanding, with filming schedules that sometimes stretch nearly year-round. This has tested their family life, yet Ben and Erin continue to find strength in their unity. Erin has shared that the children miss their father even if he is gone for only a few hours, reflecting how close-knit they are. Ben often says that working together around the clock is not a burden but a gift, as it allows them to stay connected through every challenge. Their relationship is filled with small, meaningful gestures, preparing meals, supporting each other in health goals, or simply enjoying quiet moments together. These everyday actions reflect the same values they bring to the show: honesty, resilience, and love. Over the years, the Napier story has created countless memorable moments for viewers. Renovating a home for a single teacher, gifting a house to a family in need, or traveling to Scotland in 2025 during a period of intense public attention. All these events became symbols of hope, generosity, and unity. Even lighter moments, such as playful debates over design choices or the famous backwards bookshelf incident, have captured the imagination of fans online. Social media buzzes with discussions about their projects, proof of how deeply Home Town has resonated with people. But amidst the success of the show, what challenges did they face in between? Challenges faced by the Napier family. Around the year 2020, Ben Napier found himself standing at a crossroad. Years of hard work, endless filming schedules, and a busy lifestyle had taken a toll on his body. Doctors warned him that his blood pressure was climbing too high and that he needed to make a choice. He could either continue down the same road and depend on medication for the rest of his life, or he could take control of his health and start fresh. For Ben, the answer was clear. He wanted to live longer, stronger, and healthier for his wife Erin and their two daughters. The biggest test came in March of 2023, when Ben underwent major surgery on his shoulder. His rotator cuff was torn, and both bone and cartilage had suffered damage. For someone who had worked with his hands for years in woodworking and home renovations, this kind of injury was not unusual, but it was still painful and demanding. Recovery was not just about healing the shoulder, it was about changing everything. Ben saw it as a turning point, a signal to rebuild his body and his life in a new way. From that moment, Ben committed himself to a strict health plan. He shifted to a high-protein, low-carbohydrate diet, focusing on foods that fueled his body without slowing him down. He built a routine that combined running with weightlifting, ensuring that every week included both cardio and strength training. This was not a quick fix or a short-term challenge. It was a lifestyle change, and Ben approached it with the same determination he once used to build his career. The results spoke for themselves. Over 3 years, Ben lost about 95 pounds. He went from weighing over 300 pounds to reaching 200 pounds, with one period where he dropped 55 pounds in just the first 2 years. After the shoulder surgery, he worked carefully to rebuild his strength, adding about 20 pounds of muscle through consistent training. Yet for Ben, the most important measure was not the scale. What mattered was how he felt. Stronger, healthier, and more present with the people he loved most. He often explained that the hardest part of the journey was not the physical effort, but the change in mindset. He had to learn to see his health as a priority, not as something to push aside for later. For him, this new perspective was about more than personal wellness. It was about responsibility. As a husband and a father, he felt that caring for his body meant caring for his family's future. Every workout, every healthy meal, and every hour of rest was a promise to Erin and their daughters that he would be there for them, not just today, but for years to come. Through it all, Erin was his steady supporter. She celebrated every milestone, encouraged him on hard days, and proudly shared his progress with the world. In the summer of 2023, she posted a video online that showed Ben's remarkable transformation. The clip quickly went viral, drawing attention from fans and even major publications. People everywhere admired not only the visible change, but also the dedication and love behind it. Thousands of comments poured in, calling Ben an inspiring father figure and proof that determination could transform lives. Ben himself began sharing small but powerful tips to help others. He reminded people that change does not begin with grand gestures. It starts with simple steps. Take a short walk each day, swap soda for water, focus on progress rather than perfection. He encouraged others to quiet the voice of doubt in their minds, the one that says, "You can't do this." For him, the real victory was not just in lifting heavier weights or running faster, but in choosing every day to move forward no matter how small the step. What makes Ben's journey so inspiring is that it goes beyond physical transformation. It shows how changing one's health and mindset can ripple outward, touching the lives of countless others. His story became a source of encouragement for families across the country, reminding them that personal change can strengthen not only an individual, but also the bonds of love and community. Fans of Home Town saw him not just as a television personality, but as a man willing to face challenges with courage and share that journey openly. Even during moments of strain, Ben stayed focused on what truly mattered. He spoke often about wanting to be present for every important milestone in his daughters' lives, from school plays to birthdays, from family dinners to quiet evenings at home. His transformation was never about appearance. It was about energy, presence, and love. He wanted to live fully, not just for himself, but for Erin and their girls. This chapter in Ben Napier's life reveals a deeper truth. Transformation is not only about weight loss or muscle gain. It is about building a life filled with strength, resilience, and purpose. It is about turning obstacles into opportunities and choosing to fight for health, even when the road is difficult. For Ben, every drop of sweat and every moment of discipline was an act of love, a way of writing a future where his family would never doubt his presence. Ben Napier's new chapters. The start of 2025 brought fresh changes for Ben and Erin Napier, reminding fans once again that life is a journey filled with turning points. One piece of news especially caught the attention of the Home Town community. the couple decided to put up for sale the cottage they had once renovated for Ben's brother Jesse and his wife Lauren. This charming home, crafted with family in mind, had become a symbol of both their personal story and their televised journey. The decision to sell the cottage, listed for $275,000, was not an easy one. To many fans, the house was more than just wood, bricks, and paint. It was a piece of the Napier family's story, woven into the fabric of Home Town. For Ben and Erin, letting go carried a bittersweet weight. While it was never their main residence, it had become a reminder of the love and effort poured into every project. Followers who had watched the Napiers from the very beginning felt that the sale marked the end of a special chapter. Yet, as with so many moments in their journey, the sale of the cottage was not simply an ending. It was also a beginning, a decision that showed how the Napiers were ready to embrace new chapters while honoring what came before. This balance between moving forward and preserving the past has been one of the clearest themes of their story. At the same time, Ben was drawing attention in a completely different way. In April of 2025, he posted online about his longtime love for classic cars. With his familiar humor, he mentioned wanting to step away from work to study vintage car restoration at McPherson College, the only place in America offering a full 4-year degree in the craft. While some laughed at the playful tone, others knew that the idea was rooted in truth. Ben's love for cars is not new. Over the years, he has built a collection of vintage vehicles worth nearly $500,000. He often shares glimpses of his collection on social media, posting updates about restoration projects and new finds. This hobby reveals another side of Ben, the craftsman who enjoys not only woodworking but also the mechanics, history, and artistry of old cars. For Ben, cars represent more than engines and wheels. They are about preserving heritage, much like his work in home restoration. Each car tells a story of its time, of the people who drove it, and of the culture it represents. By repairing and celebrating them, he extends the same respect for tradition that he and Erin have poured into Laurel. Even as he dreams about restoring classic cars, Ben's devotion to Laurel and to Home Town remains unchanged. He often talks about the importance of keeping small businesses at the center of town life. This goal has guided much of the couple's work for years, and it continues to shape their decisions. With Erin by his side, Ben has not only kept Home Town alive through ongoing seasons, but has also expanded its spirit through spin-offs such as Home Town Takeover, Kickstart, and Ben's Workshop. These shows go beyond home renovations. They highlight the revival of entire communities, showing how creativity and cooperation can breathe new life into small towns across the country. Through these projects, the Napiers share a message that is both simple and powerful. Every community, no matter how small, has something worth saving. Their ability to inspire towns beyond Laurel proves that the spirit of Home Town is not limited to one place. It is a model that others can follow. As if the existing projects were not enough, Ben and Erin recently shared a fresh idea that sparked excitement among fans. They pitched a concept for a film design commentary program inspired by the playful spirit of Mystery Science Theater. Almost immediately, fans flooded online forums and social media with suggestions for the title, showing just how much trust and enthusiasm the audience has for anything the couple dreams up. This willingness to try new things, even outside their usual style, shows the Napiers' creativity and openness. They are not afraid to explore, experiment, and add new layers to their brand, as long as those ideas reflect their values and bring joy to others. Alongside television, social media has become one of the Napiers' strongest tools for sharing their message. Erin's Instagram account has grown to over 1 million followers, with each post receiving hundreds of thousands of likes and thousands of kind comments. Her content often shows simple family moments, travels, or glimpses into inspiring projects, all of which resonate deeply with her audience. Ben also maintains an active presence, focusing more on woodworking, craftsmanship, and his daily life. His posts remind people that behind the television cameras, he is still a grounded artisan who treasures his community. Together, their accounts create a picture of authenticity, two people who live what they preach and share it openly with the world. The response has been overwhelming. Campaigns they promote for local artisans and small businesses often go viral. giving Laurel Mercantile a strong place within the larger creative community. Hashtags like #HometownHGTV continues to trend, showing that their influence is not fading but growing. Through all these efforts, Ben Napier has become more than a television personality. To many families across America, he is seen as a role model. Fans often highlight his devotion to family, his commitment to tradition, and his belief in making the best out of whatever one has. Erin, too, receives praise for her creativity, warmth, and ability to balance motherhood with a busy career. What sets the Napiers apart is not only their talent, but their values. They consistently emphasize family, community, and the importance of staying grounded. In a world that often celebrates speed and superficial success, they stand out as symbols of patience, hard work, and love. But how does Erin balance her life as a TV star and a mother? Balancing fame with motherhood. Erin Napier may be known on television as the creative force behind Home Town, but her most cherished role is being a mother to her two daughters, Helen and May. Even with the bright lights of fame and the busy schedule that comes with filming, has always been intentional about keeping motherhood at the center of her life. She often speaks about creating a normal childhood for her girls, even while living under constant public attention. For Erin, that means protecting their privacy, limiting their presence on social media, and making sure they grow up surrounded not by cameras, but by love, play, and security. She and Ben are careful about what moments they share publicly, always mindful that one day their children will see the digital footprint created around them. Beyond privacy, Erin makes daily choices to stay grounded in her role as a mother. She carves out family dinners, story times, and quiet evenings together, no matter how demanding the filming schedule may be. She treasures small, ordinary moments, painting with the girls, reading bedtime stories, or watching them play in the backyard, as much as any achievement in her career. What makes Erin's motherly duties so special is the balance she creates between career and family. She shows that it is possible to inspire millions on screen while remaining present at home. To her, fame is temporary, but the impact she has as a mother will last forever. So, what rumors did Ben Napier confirm about Erin Napier, his wife? Let's find out. Rumors about the Napier couple and Ben's response to them. The summer of 2025 marked one of the most challenging yet defining chapters in Ben Napier's public life. Known for his craftsmanship, his towering presence, and his role as one half of the heartwarming duo behind Home Town, Ben suddenly found himself and his family at the center of swirling rumors. What began as casual speculation on social media soon grew into a storm that captured national attention, forcing the Napiers to navigate the difficult line between their private lives and public identities. The concern started quietly in June when HGTV announced the sudden discontinuation of several long-running programs. For fans who loved Home Town, this news sparked immediate anxiety. Many wondered if their favorite show would be next on the chopping block. Fueling the uncertainty was an earlier post from Ben himself, in which he joked about stepping away from television to study vintage car restoration. Though lighthearted, the comment took on a life of its own. Within days, Reddit threads and Facebook groups filled with theories that Ben might walk away from Home Town after nearly a decade of guiding viewers through his world of wood, nails, and heart-filled renovations. By early July, however, the situation escalated far beyond speculation about the show. Popular tabloids began publishing stories hinting at marital troubles between Ben and Erin Napier. These articles suggested that the pressures of fame, the demands of filming, and the busy schedules of the couple had placed a strain on their marriage. The headlines were bold, the insinuations were sharp, and the narrative spread quickly across digital platforms. Soon, major outlets like House Beautiful and US Weekly were echoing the same story, that the Napiers' family life might be unraveling. For Erin, this was a breaking point. On the 7th of July, she took to Instagram stories with a firm and emotional response. She clarified that the rumors of divorce were completely unfounded and stressed that what saddened her most was the thought of her daughters, Helen and May, someday reading such damaging stories about their parents. To reinforce her words, she shared a family photo taken on a recent trip to Scotland. The image, filled with warmth and togetherness, served as a visual reminder that the Napiers' bond was strong and unshaken. Her post quickly went viral, drawing hundreds of thousands of likes and messages of support from fans and colleagues. Even high-profile figures in the HGTV community, including Drew Scott, publicly expressed solidarity. Ben himself chose a quieter response. He did not directly address the speculation, but his actions spoke loudly enough. He continued appearing with Erin and their daughters in both social media updates and press features, calmly demonstrating that life was steady and their family united. To those watching closely, his silence was not avoidance, but a deliberate choice to shield his family from fueling gossip. Amidst the noise, HGTV released official news that immediately put fans at ease. At the beginning of the year, the network had already signed an exclusive contract with Ben and Erin to continue Home Town for 32 more episodes, guaranteeing new content through at least 2027. Season 9 wrapped up in June, and plans for Season 10 were already confirmed, with filming scheduled to begin at the end of the year. Far from stepping away, the Napiers were locked into a future that promised more growth, more creativity, and more of the storytelling that had won them millions of loyal viewers. Additionally, the couple was in the process of pitching an entirely new show concept, a fresh idea centered on film design commentary. This project sparked excitement across online communities, with fans suggesting potential titles and envisioning how the Napiers might bring their trademark humor and insight into a new format. These updates reassured audiences that not only was Home Town safe, but the Napiers' creative journey was far from over. Still, the experience left an undeniable mark on the family. Erin spoke openly about her worries that their daughters might one day encounter harmful rumors online. Both she and Ben decided to reduce their children's presence on television and social media, carefully curating what they shared publicly. For Ben, this decision reflected a deeply personal philosophy. Family should always come first, and outside voices should never dictate how children are raised. Writing on the Laurel Mercantile blog, he underscored that privacy, stability, and love at home matter more than public opinion. Through transparency, thoughtful communication, and steady reassurance, the Napiers managed to turn a season of turbulence into a reaffirmation of their values. Fans rallied behind them, expressing admiration for their resilience and loyalty to each other. What could have damaged their reputation instead highlighted the strength of their marriage, their dedication to their children, and their ability to face challenges without losing sight of what truly matters. As the dust settled, a broader story came into focus. The events of that summer were not simply about rumors or contracts. They revealed the intense pressure placed on public figures who are also parents, spouses, and community leaders. For Ben, the balancing act between fame, work, and personal life became even more demanding. Yet rather than withdrawing, he leaned into the principles that had guided him since the beginning: hard work, humility, and unwavering devotion to family. The Napiers' ability to weather gossip while maintaining their commitments only strengthened their standing in the eyes of fans. Many began to see their journey as a reminder that every family, famous or not, faces trials, and what defines them is not the storm itself, but how they navigate it. Ben's story in particular highlighted the resilience of a man who has grown from local craftsman to national role model without losing his sense of grounding. Looking ahead, the future for Ben Napier appears brighter than ever. Home Town remains a flagship program, their new creative ventures show promise, and the love within their household stands firm. Most importantly, the summer of 2025 reinforced a lesson that has echoed throughout their careers. Authenticity, honesty, and family unity will always rise above speculation. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.